I feel like one of the most important aspects would be consistency.
Hi, I'm sitting with Simon. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Would you like to introduce yourself and what you do in life, or how's your routine looks like, and
Sure.
just a little bit introductions.
Hello, thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
You're welcome.
We're sitting here in the ocean in the background, so it's like the perfect spot here.
Yeah, even a bit rainy, but yeah.
It is rainy, yeah. It's
But-
been raining like crazy for the past 3 hours,
Yes.
but now it turned down a little bit, so I hope you can't hear the noise of the rain in the background.
Yes, and I'm glad that we make it, even it's like raining and like the weather is unpredictable, but I'm
Yeah.
glad that we can still do it
Yeah,
here.
honestly, I've been like 30 minutes late because it was just raining so much.
Yeah.
And Celia texted me and was like, yeah, I'm here. I drove through the rain and I just felt bad because I was like, but it was so much rain.
Yeah, I could see that. But thanks for making it here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm Simon. I don't know, what do you want to know? I work on 2 small businesses. I'm really into growing as a man right now and like finding a good community and fostering that community, and that's what's really exciting.
Also, Simon started doing like this community like every Sunday where you like gathering people to have like a Sunday morning walk in the nature and talk about deep stuff. So I think that is such a really nice move that you have. And also we met actually at this go-kart, and I was just really like your energy that when we met, like you were like so happy, like smiling all the time, and like I just figured out that you were into the podcast and stuff, so I was thinking like why not to sit and talk about this kind of self-growth thing. How is your self-growth, personal development journey you've been through so far, that you have like the fear that you have overcome maybe since you were like young until now, that has make you reach your goals or become the person you are right now? Like what fear that have you like overcome? Like you can share about it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm still working through a lot right now, I feel like. Probably one of the biggest fears or things that's holding you back or me back is probably fear of rejections, or like fear of being pushed away, whether that's in like a business sense or personal sense. And I think many people have that. I think that comes from that's a trait of perfectionism, where until I had like a workshop where I discovered that like perfection has all of these other traits. I didn't even know that I would be a perfectionist, because I'm thinking about myself as like 80% is enough, just get the job done. But with this fear of not being good enough and having to make it right as well, that's a big part of being a perfectionist. So I feel like working through that has been interesting.
Well, it's actually really good that you have this kind of feeling of like want to make some things good, like looks perfect. I think that's the good side, but also like maybe you have this like a bit pressure and like like dealing with all of that. But it's really good that you're like still like want to be in this journey to grow at yourself. And where have you like find it's very challenging to like, I don't know, to overcome this kind of like things in your life to grow like a person really? Like what have you done to work on these things?
Right, I feel like the most important thing for me is honestly like being around the right people.
Like community, yeah.
Yeah, community, and the right community.
Yeah.
Just by having the right friends and like choosing the right people to spend time with, I feel like I am getting like things from those people and I'm growing in ways of where those people are better than me or further ahead than me. So I think that's the biggest thing, just choosing the right people to be around and spending time with the right people that have things that inspire me and things where I want to be better in. Even if that is, it could be someone who's just very funny and just like helps you to relax and like it's just fun to be around. That's as well something that's like that I want to bring in my life, right? But as long as I feel like every connection needs to have a purpose behind it, and then that's like one of the biggest levers and one of the easiest ways to change and to overcome things, through those tight connections.
Okay. Wow.
What about yourself? Like, how do you see yourself? Like, what's your own definition of growing as a person? Like, what areas are you focusing on, and what's important to you?
Like, I believe that this kind of self-growing, we have like different area in our life that we want to like grow through. But like generally as a person, like those kind of like small area will add up together and makes you the person you are right now. I believe that like those traumas or those kind of like fears or like all those kind of small things that happen in your life, those are what shapes you to the person you are right now. And it's okay if you didn't figure out all of them yet. Like that's what we are all here about. Like try to evolve, try to become the best version of ourselves daily, try to like, you know, reach out to people, like get inspired by their life, and then try to still growing as a person in like fitness area, like personal development, or like, I don't know, many areas, you know. And like we're not perfect, even me, like sometimes you still like, you know, you're not even gonna be enough until like even you already achieve certain things. There'll always be things that you still constantly need to work on that. So I think right now my focus is like maybe in different kind of aspect as well. I can't just say like just one area I want to grow in. Like for example, like growing a deep friendship with people, which is like not just to hang out or have fun with, but like to help them to go where they want to go in life, even just through like giving some thoughts or like some suggestions or like something that you've been experienced that they need. I think that's really, that might helpful as well. So I really want to grow connections with people that has the same value of life, and where you can like support each other to go into the directions you want to go or that person wants to go. And yeah, like for example, they are into fitness or like, I don't know, any kind of thing that you can like support or do things together. Because when you do alone, like, you know, you don't really have that kind of motivations. But then if like what you said, like when you're with the right person or like right people that just inspires you and want you to do better in life, I think that is very important. So that's why I'm also really careful on my circle. Like I'm really like careful of the energy that I want to surround with, because I realize myself as I grow that I can consume the energy of people, like not easily, but like, you know, because when you spend time with people, you can consume their energy. So I try to be really careful on who I spend my time with and try to get close into the people that, you know, just want to bring good things into your life and less drama, less negativity.
Right, yeah, that's so important. I also feel like, if you choose wrong, it can create such a downward spiral as well, right? So that's super important.
Yeah, nice. And also like, what do you think about this as a man? Because we're here like before, the other time I was like interviewing a woman, so we were talking more into women's thoughts, and I'm really interested to have this kind of different polarity of thoughts between women and men, because I think we have different kind of like tough thoughts of like energy on how you see certain things. And as a man, what do you think, in your opinion, like how is it as a man to have a good relations with women, not like romantically, but like friendship or like in work-wise or career, or to build something? What is the key that you think as a man or other men out there need to do to have this good relations with women in a healthy way?
I think there's several things. I feel like one of the most important aspects would be consistency. I think that's very important for women, that we show up in a consistent way, because that's the only way. How would you trust me as a man if I'm not consistent, right? And that, yeah, that leads to trust, and then that leads to like holding a safe space and making you feel secure as a woman. And I feel like that's the biggest thing for a man, like just, yeah, being able to hold that safe space. And well, I think we're valuing a lot of completely different things in our communication. Like women value different things than men. We just want to give advice and like, okay, do this, fix, right?
Yeah, more and into then, like maybe thoughts, right, than feeling, or how do?
Yeah, more like in our communication. If you come to me with a problem, or come to a man with a problem, the first instinct is to like tell you what to do to fix that problem. But for you or for a woman, you just need to talk about it, right? You just want someone to listen and to understand, to feel understood. And so I feel like just learning this or these differences between what's important to us, that can help a lot of building deeper relationships on any level, because it's just, yeah, the way that we are communicating is different.
Yeah, true. I completely agree with that. And have you found it's difficult, or have you ever experienced some difficulty to have a good relationship in any kind of area with women? Or like, are you still struggling with it? Or are you completely?
No, I feel very good with the women that I have in my life. I must say I really value these like female friendships. I feel it gives you a completely different thing than male friendships. Male friendships are like giving you, it's like just hanging out with the bros, but like women give you this nurturing energy. Like I have a lot of my women friends, when I'm hanging around them and we're having dinner or something, and afterwards I just feel like heard and relaxed. So this like female nurturing energy, both on friendship or romantic level, I feel like that's very important for men. And like, I mean, that's what we're here, right? To have great relationships. So I feel like that's why it feels so rewarding as well. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, it's really nice that you like having this balance of friendship between men and women, and I think that is really important as well, to have like different kind of like I don't know, like environment where you put yourself with men and then women, and yeah, like those both, like men and women, has different way on how to approach you, right? So well, that's really nice that you have no problem with that.
How do you feel about that yourself? Is there any, when you think about your relationship with the men in your life, is there any, what would you say is the biggest hindrance maybe to where there's misunderstandings, or where you don't feel heard, where you don't feel understood?
I think that's really like what you said. It's about communications, because before I think I've been grown very good in the communication level as a person, as I grow, like as a person. Before I was having a little bit struggling to communicate, just to like say what I want or like what I feel or what I think. I tried to just hold into that and try to give a signal, thinking that they would understand how I feel, what I want, without like even saying, like communicating, you know. So I think what you say about like communicating is really important, because sometimes as a woman you want to be understood, but then if you're also struggling on how to communicate it, because maybe you're afraid to upset people by the way you talk, that's why you have to improve your communication skills level on how to like talk in a proper way to not maybe hurt people. Like that's what I think I have been improved as a person lately, because before I would maybe just like be silent, or like thinking or expecting men would understand what I think in my mind, but then that is completely wrong thing, because no one can ever understand you if you didn't communicate properly. So I think it's very important to have a good or healthy relationship or friendship or any level, even in the work-wise, to just communicate what happened to you, what you want, what you expect, even woman to woman, you know, like all of this misunderstood, like everything that happened is because you didn't like communicate properly and would just maybe put everything on a inside and didn't want to talk it out. That's quite toxic, and I think I'm quite good at dealing on this lately.
What's like, what helped you to get better with that, or like to help improve that?
Well, I think it's by practicing completely, like honestly, like, and like take a moment with yourself, like journaling or like observing yourself, like take time to yourself, and like, okay, every time this happened to me, what is the root cause of what happened to you? Like you trying to observe it yourself, like to see what's wrong in your part that you want to improve, and then you know like what's truly happened, and not trying to blame people on what happened to you, but trying to like not blaming yourself either, but like try to find the root cause of what happened, and not trying to blaming people, blaming yourself, but try to focus on the area that you can improve. And in that part was maybe your communication skill. Try to maybe like communicate like better, in a better way, to not like being afraid, because like what you say, fears of rejection, sometimes when you try to communicate you are afraid to not being accepted or heard. So yeah, the fears maybe can also help you to hold back onto that. But then I think, yeah, it's a true process, you know, and yeah, learning to just understanding yourself is like, yeah, it takes time, but I think if you want to take time and understand yourself and grow through that, that's what will.
Right. So basically, not what I heard with like the not blaming yourself and not blaming others was taking responsibility, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's huge. I feel like when you just, when you stop complaining, and I know that's hard sometimes, but just it doesn't do anyone any good, not yourself nor anyone else.
True.
So like just by taking responsibility for whatever happens to you, and like looking at, I'm trying that, like whatever happens, I'm trying to just look at, okay, what can I do from here? Like, is there anything I can control? If not, then I don't have to think about it. And that also is obviously a struggle. But then if I can control it, then obviously I have to do something about it. But I'm not blaming others. I'm like, at least trying not to. I feel like it's a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey, I know. And then like it's really good to just try to see everything in a, like the good way. And then like also like let go what you can't control. Otherwise, it's very toxic to just try to fix everything that shouldn't have to be your responsibility to fix it. So I think it's really a good point to just like take control on what you can control and be responsible on yourself, like your own happiness. Even like it's not in the hand of others, it's in your responsibility to do it for yourself. So
I fully agree with that.
okay, nice. Another questions, I'm curious on what is the routine that has you do lately that has improved you as a person in this kind of personal growth journey?
I mean, I just not really. I wake up in the morning, I go to the gym in the first thing, and then I work, and then what I love to do is just read. And we have a great spa here, so just like sauna, ice bath, hang out there either alone or with friends and read and like just allow myself to relax. Because I found myself, that's been a good step, like allowing myself to relax and let go instead of always being on and like always working, always like having my mind on and wanting to do something, because that really, I felt myself being like under energy the whole time. And so being able to switch off and just let go, that's huge. And then doing that all over again. So I feel very good in my routine right now, even though it's simple.
Wow, interesting. Do you have like some other routine or habit, like you told me the other time that you're also doing this journaling? Is it like helping you towards this self-growth journey, or how it is affect you in this?
I love it. No, I mean like journaling is incredibly important for me, just to like write out my thoughts and be able to understand myself better. Because like, as soon as I write it out, it's like leaving my head and then it makes sense. It's the same with talking to other people.
Without judgment,
Exactly. That's how I can like process things, and then I feel like that's where I have a female trait. I feel pretty, I think it's important to be balanced, right? But that's where I definitely see a female trait is this, wanting to talk things out and then finding my own solutions while talking it out. I think that's very female.
Yeah, that is very rare, because like I usually have like some of male friends who didn't really like to do this kind of things, you know, and I think that's very unique part of you, that you like doing this journaling kind of things as well. Do you have like some other friends that is also like know that doing this kind of journaling?
Yeah, a lot of them, to be honest.
Really?
I think all of my male friends here.
Okay.
It's just, I just surround myself only with people that are like me, to be honest.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, actually, you're the first person that told me you're doing this journaling. Otherwise, when I was talking with my male friends about this journaling, they say, oh, it's too mellow. Because, you know, men doesn't want to talk about feelings or what they've been through. They like they want to look like strong, and, you know, they don't want to like be in this mellow state, or how you call that. Yeah.
Interesting. I feel like, I have a kind of different perspective on that. In the men's circle, I've been a lot to different men's circles, and just started a new men's group as well. And probably many of us are like portraying that on the outside, and then still that's not how we really feel, though. That's just like a picture we uphold. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then those men's groups are incredible, where you just see how everyone like drops their masks and actually wants to do things like this, or like go deeper and like feels the value of that. That's what's been huge for me as well, like discovering those spaces where you can just listen to other men. Because you do that a lot as women, right? Sitting together, sharing your feelings, sharing your thoughts. And we don't do that at all.
Yeah, true. Because like usually like women when they're hanging out, they really like they talk for hours and they're not gonna like get bored of that. But men, I think they're more into actions rather than like talk about a lot of different things like feelings, you know? Like they don't talk about this.
Yeah, I mean now I do with my friends, but like definitely, yeah, the majority doesn't.
Okay, that's really interesting. All right.
Cool.
Questions on what do you think a woman should do so that men can be understood?
That's a good question. I feel like it is. I feel like it goes together with the man developing himself as well. What is really important for men is feeling appreciated and really feeling like you matter. And so getting this feeling of doing something important for a woman, especially in a relationship, which could be simple things. Let's say driving around for dinner looking for a parking spot. I'm taking this example out of a book, but like her letting the man find that and like not criticizing him and being like, oh no, you need to go blah blah, and like starting an argument, whatever. Just letting him take control and appreciating and appreciating him of like taking control and doing things. That's very important. That's making us feel important. Maybe not understood, but that's what my mind goes to. Yeah.
Very interesting. What about this other thing that come into your mind instead of the appreciations?
In what sense?
In any sense, to be understood.
To be understood.
Like, for example, like a woman just being there and listen to you, or just being there as a presence, following what you do, like your hobby, and just be there. Or you prefer a woman do her things and I do my things, or you appreciate a woman's company to do certain things.
Oh, definitely.
Like
but
how
like
it is.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I mean, like that wouldn't. Yeah, I guess. I feel like on a communication level, also listening and not, maybe not assuming that we can read your mind. So like really saying what you're thinking and what you're feeling, and not assuming that we know something. That is super important because we are, or many men are not like the best listeners, and so you thinking that we definitely picked up on something is definitely not the case. So I feel like women should be pretty clear in their communication of what they're saying, and then they can expect the men to understand that. But if they don't say it clearly, how will we understand, right?
Yeah, well, true. So back again to communication skill.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, nice. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you for asking questions.
Last and not least, what would your message out to the world, or to a man or woman that you want to share to improve their life to be better in any level of growth? Right.
I would say, take responsibility and take initiative and just do something. Like when you're feeling that something isn't how you want it to be, don't cry about it, but do something about it. And then I can just recommend to every man to try men's circles.
Is it? I don't think it's available in everywhere.
I think
other
there's,
countries.
well, then just start something, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
something.
it's super valuable for any man to like be part of that community of brothers and have other men at their back to understand them and to want to grow together with them. I feel like that's one of the most like amazing things for a man to have.
Yeah, yeah. That is really amazing. Thanks for sharing. And one last question, because you say, have you ever like experienced something really bad in your life that you have overcome until now?
That's a very broad question.
Or you're like always like on track, or have you
No,
ever,
definitely.
have you ever like being in a down
Oh,
positions?
100%, 100 times. Yeah.
Okay. Like, would you share some of the like the most thing that you think like it's like, I don't know, a kick point of like that wakes you up as a person?
Right. I mean,
Like just one that popped out in your mind lately or like a long time ago?
right. I mean, just lately, I'd say I feel like I've been going through up and downs, and with like energy and everything, and like making progress in business, feeling like I'm crushing everything, and then feeling like I'm not making enough progress again. And so I feel like it's just this constant struggle of overcoming those small things. Wow, there's a dog yowling in the background now. What should I say?
You were saying that you have been through ups and downs lately in your life, and what?
Yeah, so just going through lots of like, I think life's a wave, and you always need to go have downs to like experience the ups as well, right? So just having good support system and like having people in your back that you can count on to hold you accountable, to talk to get advice from, to get real like feedback from. I think that's the most important thing. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
It was really nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for asking those great questions and listening.
You're welcome. Thanks for answering.
Then, until next time.
Yes.